YouTube strike system is changing? Why? Is this for copyright strikes or community guideline strikes? Is it true you now get an initial warning before you get penalized? Hey, it's Matt from YouTube, back to help answer your burning questions. This time around the latest changes to how we give strikes to channels that violate our community guidelines. Let me try to boil it down for you with some quick questions and answers. So, what's changing with community guideline strikes on YouTube? Starting on February 25th, 2019, there'll be a new one-time warning for your first violation with no penalties, except for the removal of that piece of content. We're making this change because we know a lot of first strikes are accidental. People aren't purposely trying to break the rules. They just haven't had time to review our policies. A warning gives you a chance to pause and make sure you understand it before there are any consequences to your channel. Another thing that's new is that all strikes will now have the same penalty regardless of the type of content, like playlists, live streams, and thumbnails. And we'll have more detailed resources, emails, and new notifications to keep you up to date on what's going on. So why did YouTube make changes to the community guideline strike system? We've heard a lot of feedback from you about how we can make the strike system work better. You wanted clear explanations of our policies, consistent enforcement, and transparency about the impact of a strike on your channel. These changes and this video are trying to do just that. What happens when I get a community guideline strike? After the warning, a first strike would result in a one-week temporary freeze, meaning you wouldn't be able to post any new content to YouTube. Each strike will remain on your channel for 90 days before it expires. If it's your second strike, the freeze would be for 2 weeks. If it's a third strike in a 90-day window, your channel would be terminated. If I have an existing strike on my channel, will I still get a one-time warning? Yep, in the new system, everyone will receive a warning the next time they violate the community guidelines. What exactly does it mean not to be able to post anything when I get a strike? You can still comment and live chat, but you wouldn't be able to upload anything, including videos, live streams, stories, custom thumbnails, and community posts. When do these changes go into effect? This update starts on February 25th, 2019. It'll include clearer emails and notifications to give you the details about the strike. You can see if you already have active strikes in your YouTube Creator Studio. Do I get warnings for copyright strikes too? Or is this only for community guidelines? This is only for community guidelines, not copyright. Community guidelines and copyright strikes are separate, and they actually work off separate systems. Community guidelines are YouTube's own rules of the road for using our platform. In the case of copyright violations, when we get a copyright takedown request, we take the upload down because we're required to by law. Then we issue a copyright strike, even if it's the first time. I'm a live streamer. Does the 90-day freeze on live streaming still exist? We heard from lots of you that this was too harsh, so we shortened the 90-day live stream restriction. Now, following a warning, the first strike results in a one-week temporary freeze on the ability to upload to YouTube, including live streams. My warning or strike was incorrect. What can I do? You can appeal, and our policy team will take another look. See the link in the description of this video for more information on what to do. What if I appeal and it turns out I'm right? Do you erase my strike? Yeah, if we find that your video did not violate our community guidelines, we'll reinstate it and remove the warning or strike from your channel. You'll hear back via email as soon as we review your appeal. All right, I hope you found this helpful. Learn more about strikes at our Help Center linked in the description of this video. Make sure you're subscribed to the official Creators channel for updates and weekly videos on growing your channel. Thanks for your time.
Welcome to 2019. I wanted to start by reflecting on the past year, since it was an unprecedented year, a time of tremendous growth and some tough growing up. We hit several impressive milestones. Channels with more than 1 million subscribers nearly doubled in the last year, and the number of creators earning 5 or 6 figures grew more than 40% year on year. But we also unexpectedly broke a record with Rewind, creating the most disliked video on the internet. Even at home, my kids told me it was cringy. We hear you that it didn't accurately show the year's key moments, nor did it reflect the YouTube you know. We'll do better to tell YouTube's story in 2019. For the year ahead, I'm focused on these 3 priorities. Number 1, supporting creator success. We know how important it is to get monetization right, and that it remains a pain point for some of you. Last year, we increased the accuracy of monetization icons by 40%, and we also made it easier for creators to appeal when we made the wrong call. Just as a reminder, we started the year with some of our key advertisers paused on YouTube. We work to give advertisers the necessary tools to manage their campaigns, and we have been pleased to see so many advertisers come back to YouTube. We've also been focused on new ways for creators to earn money beyond advertising, including Super Chat, merch, and channel memberships. And moving on to Article 13, thank you to everyone who helped shine a light on the serious unintended consequences of the European copyright proposal. You have proven to be a powerful voice in the debate. Your videos were viewed hundreds of millions of times, and millions of people signed the change.org petition. The policy negotiations didn't end in December as expected, but policymakers are hoping to close it out in February, so please keep speaking up and making your voices heard. Number 2, more communication and engagement. We've been working hard to improve our communication with creators and will continue to do so in 2019. Last year, we increased our responsiveness on social media by 150%, and our response time is now 50% faster. We started rolling out YouTube Studio, which will be available to all creators this year, and will feature key updates on the homepage. We designed YouTube so creators and fans can engage in new ways, and we are excited to see the community using these features. Creators like Lele Pons and Emma Chamberlain use our new Premiere feature to connect more deeply with fans. We released posts to all creators over 1,000 subscribers, and in December rolled out stories to all creators with over 10,000 subscribers. Number 3, living up to our responsibility. A big focus of this year was on growing responsibly. This has led to many product and policy changes across YouTube. We put in place information cards on common conspiracies, added breaking news shelves from authoritative sources in 30 countries, as well as rolled out consequences for creators who bring harm to the ecosystem.
My name's Evan Gregory. I'm one of the Gregory brothers, and we have a YouTube channel called Shmo Yoho.
I think our channel has worked because people love the music, they love our sense of humor, and there's something novel about what we make. And if we made each other laugh, our audience is gonna like it.
I think it's important for creators to evolve their content. I think you can have a very successful year, 2 years, even 3 years on YouTube doing one thing and doing it well. Eventually, either you will tire of it or your fans will tire of it. You should always be thinking about what the next thing is. Even if you don't choose to do that next thing, be thinking about what it might be. So when is the right time to make a change? We've done it based on many different variables over the years.
We definitely look at metrics to a degree. Generally, we aren't in our metrics every day or every week, like I think some channels are. And I think at times that can make a channel too repetitive. It's like, okay, we know our fans like this, so we're just gonna make it over and over again.
We watched those end screen numbers pretty closely, and we saw that people were much more likely to click and then go watch another video if we presented the catchiest part of that new video rather than dwelling in the happiness of the video they had just watched. And we've been really focused in the last year on CTR, which is your click-through rate for certainly individual videos, but also series of videos.
But I think it's important to at times just sit back and say, like, why should I care that this got 100,000 views instead of 300,000 views? You have to be able to get some satisfaction from your own creative fulfillment and not just from like external likes, from external comments.
But also just look at your comments as a whole, as a list, as a data set, almost like your analytics. That can tell you if a new video is working or not. And for us, it's always been that balance of what is our audience asking for or suggesting versus what do we want to try? Is it a new medium? Is it a new type of video? And striking that balance and trying to do both has really contributed to our longevity over the years.
About once a year, we all get together and just talk about like, okay, what do we want to focus on in the next year? And it's a creative discussion and it's a business discussion. The success can't come if you don't have the creative right.
You want to find something that you love doing and won't hate yourself for doing week in and week out, and something that feels signature to you so that when people come back, they're not surprised that you've chased the next thing, but that you've delivered something that feels familiar and fun to them, and it is what they expect on your channel. There are billions of videos to choose from, millions of other wonderful creators that people can go watch, but you need to understand that the ups and downs are totally natural. You're gonna have fans that stick with you, and if you can go back to what they love about you, then you'll find another upcycle again. You'll get back there.